morning, Lisa.
Good morning, Andrew.
Time for a Doctor Who DVD commentary. We haven't done those
For a while.
for a little while,
Yes.
but we've had a request or two. So I pulled the number on the random generator, and we've got Destiny of the Daleks, episode 4. So if you want to press the button, Lisa.
Or is it part 4?
No, it's episode 4. We'll
episode
talk
4.
about that the moment it comes up. So here we go. Right, we're talking the night, or rather the evening, of the 22nd of September 1979. According to BBC Genome, we've got Tom and Jerry New Sport Junior That's Life, Destiny of the Daleks episode 4, the last Doctor Who story to say episode on it.
Oh, right, okay.
And the last one, of course, credited to Terry Nation. But here we are. Lala's in a big jam jar, and the Doctor's in the quarry. Nice green screen countdown there.
Yes.
Just sort of the old,
It's
like
proper old-fashioned digital.
like used to get on calculators, because I found my old calculator, and it's the sort of thing you'd get on the display on 321 as well, wouldn't you?
Yes.
But yeah, this sounds quite close to my heart for a very weird reason. This quarry is Dorset, and I've tested the sand in this quarry because we used it in my lab as a sort of standard.
Okay.
That if you add certain chemicals to it, you need to be able to recover them from the sand, and this is quite a good sand to use for that sort of thing. But here's the Movellans with their stringy hair,
and Tyson,
who is Tim Barlow,
yes,
I believe, and he's deaf, isn't he?
He is deaf, which is why his speech is.
I notice we've got a few
unusual.
scrubby bushes here, actually.
Yes, I think they've been stuck on, haven't they?
Yes, but cut now to the
Dalek
Dalek control room.
Yeah, with Davros.
I mean, some of these shots are really very nicely framed. You've got it's Ken Grieve, and he's the only Doctor Who story as director. And yes, although Davros, you can see, is in a bit of a state.
Yeah, mask's a bit scabby.
Yeah, and the Daleks are falling to bits. You've got nice low shots here. Look, there's a ceiling.
Yeah.
You don't often get ceilings in Doctor Who.
It could be argued though, Davros has been in sort of suspended animation for goodness knows how long, so perhaps he would be in a bit of a
bits of him have fallen
state.
off, have they?
And the Daleks have been fighting a war.
Yeah.
So perhaps they haven't had a chance to go and get themselves repaired.
Fair enough.
So it almost works with the story.
Yeah, I guess so.
You know.
I didn't actually see episode 3 because I had. Well, I say I had to. It's like it was compulsory. I went to a birthday party in Verwood, and we had some sort of treasure hunt thing.
All right.
And I remember thinking, I'd really rather be watching Davros. But here is this sort of glowy, light up ball thing.
Disco thing, isn't it?
It's
definitely got disco lights inside.
Some sort of computer sphere thing, thing like this. It's a fairly cheap prop, but it's the sort of thing as a kid I'd love to have had one.
Yeah.
You know, in the same way that we've got lava lamps and things like that upstairs.
Yes.
I wouldn't mind a thing like that. It's but look at that, we're sort of zooming right into Davros.
That's really low shots.
The camera's jacked down really low, so there's definitely an effort to make it sort of visually interesting. We're in the control room of the Movellans now. I quite like their pink guns.
Yes.
They're quite
That's
camp.
very, very camp.
They're quite camp guns, but I like the sheer cleanness of the whole set. Now who's this?
That's Peter Straker, and that's Tony
Sober. Now, Peter Straker, you said you've seen him on stage, haven't you?
Yes. He was in Plan 9 from Outer Space.
Yeah.
He was the narrator, I think.
I honestly can't remember, but I've seen him in. I saw him in that as well, because you saw Plan 9 from Outer Space
At my local theatre.
and I saw it in Paul.
Yeah.
So, and then I think I took Paul to go and see it in Basingstoke as well. I seem to remember, because I really enjoyed it.
Yes.
And, Tom doing a look straight down the camera lens.
He likes doing those
as well.
Yes.
Romana's flaked out. Yeah, but she's got her pink thing on in this. Do you like the pink costume?
I don't mind the pink costume. The scarf would get on your nerves because it gets in the way, and because it's white, it must get filthy.
Well, I was going to say she's been dragging it about this not quarry, this sand pit, because that's what it is. So she's going to be like trailing
sand
bits of sand. So I'm surprised there aren't all crunchy sounds on the soundtrack as the Movellans walk up and down. But yeah, I mean, I was quite excited to see the Daleks back. Genesis was the only Dalek story I could really remember. I sort of vague memories of Death to the Daleks, but of course I'd read other Dalek stories in book form.
Yes.
But I know fandom, and maybe it's this thing again that slightly older fans were sort of disappointed at the Daleks in this. But I certainly wasn't. I remember it. And this story got repeated a year later, and I was very pleased that I got another chance to see it, because I'd missed episode 3 as well. It was actually a chance to see the full story, because it was repeated around the time of my birthday in 1980.
Oh, right, okay, so it was like a birthday treat.
Quite a nice birthday present. I didn't mind, but yeah, you can see David Goodison's having a few problems manoeuvring the sort of Davros chariot at this point. It's like you can really tell he's having to put some effort into it. But yeah, I mean, the set design here is quite nice as well. Some of the control panels, I think, probably make a return or that.
Well, it's always the way, isn't it? Everything's recycled.
But here we've got the paper wrapped stone.
Yeah, stone, paper, scissors.
Stone blunt scissors. The Movellans are looking. Look, I like the way the Movellans are looking at each other, going, "What on earth is
going on? What are they doing?
Going on here?" But it's an interesting sort of metaphor for how these two computer-based fleets are totally locked.
Yes.
I'm not sure it entirely sort of stands up to thing, because I presume that both the Movellans and the Daleks will be running different software in their battle computers, unless of course unless like Windows is so universal by everybody's got the same.
Yes.
The same software and always gives the same answer in the same situation. I don't really know. I quite like the sort of light stick things they've got on their shoulders.
Yeah.
And again, that's a thing that really places this in 1979. I've just remembered I had a light stick thing. It wasn't a stick; it was a ring that went round your neck.
Okay.
And we got it when we went to the fun fair at. Stour Payne, the steam rally. They used to have a fun fair in the evening, and it was always quite exciting to go there. And I think people were selling them for like sort of 50p or something. And the idea was that they were road safety things.
All right, yeah.
So they were flexible. You'd put them around the neck. You'd sort of lock them in position, and you
could be seen.
You could be seen. Well, I don't know whether it would cause people to have crashes, because they just see this weird glowing green thing walking along the road at sort of child height. They think it was some sort of ghost or something like that.
I really like as well in this episode. It hadn't really occurred to me, but it's a very multiracial, multi-ethnic episode.
Yes.
Because all the Movellans.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
I'd not realised quite how much.
No, until you said it. Actually, that hadn't really sort of. Because I mean, I wouldn't have known Peter Straker at this point. I don't think so. Tony Asoba will be the only sort of person but I'm not even sure I recognised him at the time. Obviously, I know him from his great work in Porridge. I'm actually rereading some of the Porridge novelisations at the moment, and it's sort of interesting, the sort of descriptions of McLaren that are in the script that you wouldn't be allowed to use now. But I see what you mean. That the Movellans are all very, very white costumes, isn't it? So
they've cast.
Well, no, it's not that about getting dirty.
Yes. That too.
You say the Daleks are fairly shoddy, but the Movellans are immaculate, aren't they? But yes, this is the thing, that they're quite easy to disarm, though, aren't they? You just sort of sneak up behind them and nick their power pack, and they start staggering about like they've been on a sort of a sort of a pub crawl or something like that. But yeah, you've got all the. Is that David Yip there? I can see.
Possibly, yes. Yeah. That woman's hair is far too elaborate to be a slave.
Okay, yeah. Again, you've got the thing that they're all wearing costumes from all over the place.
That's not a problem. It's just the hair that's very, very stylised.
Is it too neat?
It's too neat
because they've been working in the mine and stuff, haven't they?
It's not sort of flopped all over her face, which is like it would get.
Yeah. I mean the Daleks. People have this argument: the Daleks and Davros. Does Davros overwhelm the Daleks? But I think they still have a decent amount of screen time.
Yes.
And it's Roy Skelton here doing the voices, isn't it? So he knows what he's doing with the lines. So I think they come. Oh, I think is that the shot Doctor from. Legopolis.
Possibly, yes.
That is it. Yeah, it's the Dalek moving its head from side to side. So.
I mean, I know it's a shame really because I mean, what Davros does is he takes their sneakiness away from them.
Yeah.
So you don't get the sort of sneakiness that you get in other earlier Dalek stories where they're plotting.
Yeah.
Because he does all the plotting, they're just there to. But they're still good.
Tom's trousers in this, they're sort of very fine check. You can see Capaldi wearing those.
You could see Capaldi wearing those, yes.
Because it's. I mean, Tom's costume here is just a year later you're going to get the sort of burgundy
the tailored
uniform
look.
thing. It's a bit sort of shabby this outfit, but I think it's perfectly fine. I know. What was it? Somebody said that the Doctor's costume wasn't looked after well enough and wasn't cleaned enough, but I don't mind. I don't mind the Doctor looking slightly down at heel. That's fine.
Just how smelly is it then if it's not been cleaned enough?
Well,
Did you smell Tom before you could see him?
I really don't know. Could the costume
Could it walk up on its own?
Oh, now you finally see the ship, and I think this is a nice, effective way of showing a spaceship without. I like the fact that they've got these sort of sandcastle wall thing around it. I don't know how that's supposed to have worked.
Yeah.
Just imagine the Movellans going out with a little bucket and spade and building tiny fortifications. I don't know what it's to sort of get guard against, whether a load of ants are going to come over the hill or something like that. But yeah, the idea that the spaceship buries itself, because you see it in the model at the start, sort of doing it, and then all you've got to build is the top bit.
Yes.
So again, it's how do you do a spaceship but not spend too much money on it, because it's not the major thing in the show. Now that's an awful lot of bombs to stick on some Daleks, isn't it?
Yes, that must have taken ages. Yeah. How many fell off and had to be stuck on again?
And who put them on there?
Yes. Because Davros only got one hand.
Yeah, did the Daleks have to form a long queue and Davros go up and down? Right, there's one for you. There's one for you. Right, turn round. There's another one for you. I'm just trying to work out how they, or is it like the Daleks have a chum and do it to each other or something like that. But you've actually got quite a few Daleks. Oh, hello. He sort of jerked as he went forward. But yeah, you've got the sort of the ones in studio here, and later on you're going to see the cardboard cutout ones on location. Yeah. Because I know it's the thing. They planned a Dalek story, and I guess you sometimes just assume you've got Daleks in set, and then you go and look and see what you've got, and oh blimey, we haven't actually got enough to do some of the scenes you want to do. But yeah, here's the is it Tony Sober? Who's the other one?
Suzanne Danielle.
Oh right, okay, yes.
Mostly known before this point for Carry On Emmanuel.
Oh yes, true, yeah. But just coming on board the ship now, having been overpowered.
Yes.
And now you're going to get this. Is that Big Ron? Was that Big Ron? I can't tell. He's in there somewhere. No, there's a bit of a chap in a draconian suit. Yeah. Well, this is the thing you can spot. Yeah, I think that was, wasn't it? Again, very pink. This areas of this ship, and Now, what was that? Oh, the Planet of Evil costume there as well. A Marestran one. Yeah, as fight scenes go,
it's a bit rubbish.
It's not Havoc, is it? But I think you're cutting away. Oh, the way Romana just casually walks up to them and takes the thing. Tom blowing his whistle for all he's worth, and finally the Movellans are defeated. And what's the line? Yeah, so much for logic. A mind that could be scrambled by a dog whistle. So yeah, it is a little hard to believe that they're sort of fighting robots, unless of course it's all done at long range with spaceships and things like that. You know, because it's that thing about the Rutans. You can't really imagine the Rutans and the Sontarans having a fight, can you?
No, not really. No.
But you can imagine them in space having a fight.
Yes, spaceships.
Yeah,
doing other spaceships.
Zapping at each other.
Yeah.
But yeah, tiny little sort of airlock thing here for the Doctor to get through. He only just fits in there.
He does.
You know, had he been a wider Doctor, he might not have actually made it.
No.
Made it out.
No more comments on that.
But isn't this the location for Blake 7 as well?
I think
Is
so.
it Games?
Yes. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
So it's one of those locations that the sort of BBC goes back to. You see more low shots of Davros. I don't quite know what all the sort of. There seem to be some sort of mine workings or something in the background. Don't know what the Daleks have been up to. But Tom, back to see Davros. Of course, you've had all this. They've already had their meeting in episode 3, haven't they? But yeah, you assume now that there's nobody here guarding Davros, and he's on his own. But
there was another Dalek.
I was going to say there is a Dalek lurking in the background. Whether the Doctor sort of suspects that or not, I don't know.
Yes.
But yeah, you've got to have the Doctor and Davros having their sort of their natter, haven't they?
You get it in every Dalek story that features Davros.
Yeah. It's a thing. There are some nice tape computers in the background as well. You see, so we're still not into. It's amazing how long sort of computers with spools last in Doctor Who, because there's some more in City of Death, aren't there? But in some respects that does date it a little. But I guess tape drives were still around for a few more years. So Davros has got his big button.
Big button.
It's not a red button.
No, it's not a red button. It's very disappointing.
Because in Genesis he's got the button marked Total Destruct.
Yes, Total Destruct. Yes.
So this one doesn't say Total Destruct, so maybe it's not quite as
powerful,
quite as dangerous. But here we are, the Dalek sneaking up on the Doctor, because these are the Daleks with like the ring binder eyes, aren't they? Because I think the first one of those is in Evil of the Daleks, according to one of the telesnaps. Now here's the sort of half Daleks trundling along on the horizon.
Yes.
And it's the further away they are, the less they're probably the poorest ones, aren't they? Because I think they're just like half shells.
All right.
So if you turned round, if you turned them round, you'd see the human holding on to them.
Okay.
I did have a friend who I think saw this being filmed. Because he sort of moved around the area, and I know he got Tom Baker's autograph for me and sent it to me.
All right.
But I've long lost that bit of paper. It was just. I think not even sure it said to Andrew. It was just Tom Baker. But I remember being quite excited to get Doctor Who's autograph, because I never ever thought I'd meet Tom Baker in 1979. I thought Tom Baker's on the telly. I know, but. Oh yes. You see, the Daleks are definitely walking, aren't they? They're not gliding. But yeah, I did sort of have that bit of paper for some years, but it just disappeared somewhere. And I have no idea where it went. I mean, obviously we've got Tom Baker's autograph since then, but it's nice to sort of tie it back to this story. So who's this? Is this?
That's Commander
Commander Sharrow, isn't it?
Oh, yeah.
What's all that purple stuff in the lake?
Somebody's just chucked a load of food colouring.
Chuck a load of poster paint or something like it. So now he's definitely going to get grubby here.
Yes.
He's going off to blow up the big blowy uppy thing. Mm-hmm. But this is nice. Some nice camera movement, and again you've got the. In Genesis of the Daleks, the whole picture turns negative. This is the first story where it's just the actual shape of the individual turns negative. So that's an innovation in the last few years, that technology sort of moves on and you're able to do that. Yes. So Lala scrambling down the thing here.
As slowly as he had to do this.
Well, he is really covered in sand now. Yes. So. But yeah, they're having a I'm going to say a fairly decent scrap.
Yeah. Now Ron is covered in dirt.
Oh, and the fact she kicks his arm off.
Yeah.
Either he's like sort of really underpowered, or she's got a decent kick on her. I really don't know. What is it? This hand is a fighting hand. This leg is a kicking leg. Maybe. Yes. I don't know. No. But here we go. Tom's doing some actory business with his hat just to signal that he's gonna do something with it. And straight over the Dalek eye stalk. Now in sort of years to come, in modern Who, the hat would catch fire, wouldn't it?
It probably would, because they've got a shield.
It's reminiscent of when Bernard Cribbins has got the
paint gun.
The paint gun,
and it
just burns it off. Yeah. So the hat would just explode into flames now. Yes. That square thing, it's sort of half like it's Aurak, isn't it?
Yeah.
It's Aurak with some different bits in it. And I was going to say, you think the Dalek blows up, but you can see the Doctor does actually put a little bomb on it. There just happens to be one left. I was going to say, you don't see any squiggly thing in the Dalek. No. It's just a load of...
No, it's a load of...
But again, this is the whole thing about these Daleks are supposedly all robotic, aren't they?
Are they? Oh, right.
Yeah, okay. That's the thing, because the Doctor finds the mutant in...
The button was red just then.
Yeah, did the button change colour?
The button's changed colour.
Oh, right, I've never noticed
red
that.
Before.
Well, here's the thing with 5 Daleks exploding, but if you freeze frame it, it's only like 2 Daleks plus 3 bits of gunpowder, because there's 5 Daleks and then there's a sudden cut.
Yes.
And 3 of the Daleks disappear. But it's really, really well done. It's one of the best edits in Doctor Who, I think. So Davros is now in the freezer. And isn't there a silver foil, like, snowflake sign on it or something?
Something like that,
in the wide shot, just to show you that it's a freezer. Imagine the designer just sitting there with his scissors, cutting out the little snowflake thing. Because I remember we had a chest freezer, and the number of snowflakes it had on it was how powerful the freezer was. This has only got 1 snowflake on it, but it's a very big snowflake.
Okay, so it's like just an extra powerful one.
It's a really, really, really good one. But yeah, this is, Davros is frozen, but he's not killed off.
No. Ready to be built back again at some point.
Yeah, so... I don't know. Yeah, the snowflakes just above there on the top. So yeah, you got a bit of dry ice coming in. Davros doing. Now, is he frozen in that position with his hand up? Because when he comes back, he's not in that same position, is he?
No. But then it's a few years. And nobody realised. So.
But yeah, okay, run away for it. That shot of Tom and Lala running. The spaceship was used on the front cover of a very early Doctor Who Weekly.
Oh, okay.
I remember that. Because, of course, Doctor Who Weekly is just launched as well. So, yeah, this is sort of an important era in fandom as we get our own comic as well. So let's not forget the importance of that. So being able to sort of publicise Doctor Who in a new comic as well. Obviously they're going to dig out a few publicity. You see, this model works nice, and I quite like the sort of rays coming out of the out of the bottom of the spaceship. I don't know whether you can ever buy any models of the Magellan spaceship.
I don't think I've ever seen it.
No, it's one of the few things that. But yeah, as I said, it's an interesting design and concept. Now Tom Baker's lifting a huge rock here. which probably would have annoyed me as a kid.
Yeah.
Because I never liked the idea of Doctor Who being super strong, but I think there's a bit of a joke here. But a bit of scaffolding there as well.
Yes.
I don't know. Again, I don't know quite where all those scaffolding's supposed to have come from.
No.
The Dalek Mine's got a few sort of
Props.
struts and things from O'Reilly Builders. Well, yeah, the TARDIS isn't looking too shabby at this point.
No, it's quite blue.
Quite blue. And then you've got the joke about they go in, I have made the odd mistake, whooshing, as it says. It doesn't say vorp vorp on the DVDs. Not that switch. What? Oh, yes. Ha 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 ha. Joke ending. As, and there we are. And that was actually quite a long episode. Cause
yes.
It's something like 26 minutes long.
All right, okay.
I seem to remember.
Gosh.
But following Destiny of the Daleks episode 4, according to my listing, Larry Grayson's Generation Game, and Secret Army, The Last Run by NJ Crisp.
All right, okay.
As Secret Army returns for its third and final
series.
season. Then Mike Yarwood presents, and then Starsky and Hutch.
Okay.
Match of the day, and Michael Parkinson meets Tommy Steele.
Okay.
There you go.
Gosh.
Oh, not a bad episode, I think.
No.
All right,
Yes.
And as I said, with no competition on ITV.
Yes, it got quite good ratings.
It gets very good ratings, over 14 million. So there you go.
Yes.
Destiny of the Daleks, everyone.
Episode 4.
Hope you enjoyed it.
Okay.
Bye-bye.
Bye.